Hey friends, my name is Nicole with So Much More, and I'm coming to you live in my studio. And we're going to be talking about the Modern Love quilt pattern that is going to be releasing on Thursday, February 9th. So I have one in progress that's right behind me. This is the baby quilt size. And like I said, it's still in progress. So I've got one of the O blocks done, and that's this one right here. And then I've kind of got things laid out because I need to have some really good pattern placement for the rest of it. I have the miniature one. So this is the pattern. It's called Modern Love, and it has 6 sizes. And this PDF pattern is going to be released on Thursday, February 9th. And then the printed pattern, that's coming soon. So let me show you. I'm going to grab this off the wall. This is, and I hope you can hear me okay because I've got my earbuds in, so I'm not sure if that helps or not. This is the mini size, and so this is what the block looks like. So here's the O block with a little miniature heart inside, and then this is the X block right here. And so what I'm going to be doing on this one right here, let me show you this completed O block, and I'll show you what we're going to be needing to do to the rest of these blocks in order to make them like this top O block. So let me just take this off of my design wall. I already have this little guy completed. So I've got my little heart block right here in the center. And on a normal X and O block, this would just be empty, right? This would just be completely white like this. But what's really special about this pattern is that you can make the little heart there in the center. And this fabric is super cute. I got it out of my stash. It's no longer available. So I'm not really sure. I think it's a Robert Kaufman. I know it was a 10-inch stack. And this is actually a fat quarter friendly pattern. And so in order to turn this into something that I could use with my layer cakes, I just got 10 sets of 10-inch squares. So each 10-inch square, I needed 2 of them. And then I've got 10 of those, so 20 altogether. That's pretty confusing. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I used some fabric from my stash to make this, and I'm still in progress. And so this is what all of these type of blocks are going to look like. And the reason that I haven't finished the centers yet is because I'm trying to decide what color I want my heart to be in the center. Now I've already got these little pieces prepped and ready to go. I just need to decide which, and I have 2 different colors. I made green and blue. So I have the green up here, and now I need to decide. I was thinking I was going to alternate it, right? I've been going to alternate, like maybe if this one is green and this one can be blue, and then this can be blue, this can be green. I'm not really sure. So what I have is the little pieces that it requires in order to do all of this. I think I did. Oh, there's the other pieces. So I have, let me get those little heart pieces. So we're going to be doing some, what is the word I'm looking for? We're going to be snowballing these little corners in order to make those hearts. So let's say that we want to make this one blue and this one green, right? So we're going to make this center right here blue. So I'm going to take my little pieces and I'm going to just put them right up next to it just so I can remember that this guy is going to be blue, right? And then I've also made these, I've already pre-made these. I've made these little half square triangles. And so these little half square triangles, they go on here also. I think that's right. I think it might be like that. No, hang on. I think it's like that. Yeah. So I'm just putting these on here and getting ready. And so what I'll do, I have these on my design wall right now just to kind of get a layout, right? And so this is going to have a blue heart in the center. I'm going to snowball those corners. And then once I trim off the excess and press that out, then it'll be another heart like that one up there, except for in blue. Now, another thing that I need to decide is these fabrics right here, because every one of these blocks is going to be snowballed in order to make the X block. And so let me show you again on the mini quilt what I'm talking about. So this is the uh, mini size, and so this is the O block. See, this block right here is just like this block right here, but you'll notice that there's fabric here that's from here continues to these blocks. And so I have already those pieces cut, and those just need to be laid out on top of these blocks so that I can remember when I go back to the sewing machine that on this block right here, I'm going to take this fabric and extend it over here. So I'm going to find this fabric. I've got all these little fabrics cut and labeled. If you haven't seen my labeling hack, I like to number my clips with a label maker. And so I have these numbered and clipped and organized. So I'm going to find that fabric, and I've got that right here. And so I'm going to organize this fabric onto this right here. So this is going to be an extension right here. And it's not going to match like, you know, it's a print. And so it's not going to be a continuous line, but I'm just going to lay these out, and they stick pretty well. I'm just laying them on top to give myself a little place card as to which fabrics I'm going to be sewing on these X blocks. So I'm just laying them out. Now in my pattern, I give you a coloring card, and so you can do it that way. Or because I have a design wall here and this is a small quilt, I can do it this way also. And so I'm going to be just laying that out here. All right. Now, before I take this block, this center block down, or these other blocks down, I want to make sure, because there's going to be some other things I'm going to want to do on this one block. See, this is a one square, and I'm going to snowball this guy right here. And I also want to snowball this guy right here. So I'm going to go find this fabric, and I'm going to place him right here. And so I'm going to be doing that throughout the whole quilt, right? I'm going to be finding out what fabrics go where, and then I'm going to take those down, and then I'll be doing my sewing. It's just a better way and a quicker way. Otherwise, because none of these X blocks are the same. And so this is just some of the things that I talk about in my quilt pattern course that I'm going to be offering. You don't have to have the video course. My PDF pattern tells you everything that you need to know on how to do that. I include a coloring sheet where you can do all of that and use numbers and a numbering system to do that. You don't have to have a video, but if you do like to learn with video, that's also going to be available tomorrow. So tomorrow, if you are on my newsletter, and there's a link in this video to do that, if you are on my newsletter and you get my newsletters every week, then you will be getting a coupon code for this pattern. And it's also good for the video course that will be available as well. So go ahead and get on the newsletter list so that you can be notified when it's available, and it is available tomorrow, and you'll also receive a coupon code for that. I'm really excited about this. This is, I want to show you one quilt that I've made, the full-size quilt. You may have seen it before if you followed me for some time, but the full-size quilt was made with a fat quarter bundle and some extra solids. It came together so nicely. It was actually featured on the Riley Blake blog just 2 weeks ago. And then our Quilt Block Club members have been working with this pattern for the last month. They get early access to all my new patterns. And so they've been really enjoying. I love seeing their progress. But let me flip this camera around real quick and show you. I'm just going to have you pan over here with me. We're going to move to the side. I have it hanging up here on my wall, right behind my long arm. And so this is the full-size version of the Modern Love quilt pattern. And it came together just like the one on the wall that I was showing you. Such a fun sew. I used a gray background from my shop, and then I sold so many of these fat quarter bundles over the last month that I'm looking for a shop to link that to, because I still get questions, and I'm not I'm not listing that fat quarter bundle anymore, but super fun fabric from Riley Blake called, um, I think it's called Celebrate with Hershey. That's their Valentine's bundle. It's super fun. So there's hearts with kisses, X's and O's, and little chocolate bars. It's just a really fun print, and I enjoyed working with that. And it was such a nice honor to be on their blog featured as well. So, you can do these large quilts like this, and let's pan back over to the design wall where I have a crib size. And I'm going to be giving this to one of my lucky, maybe like a second cousin or a nephew, perhaps. I guess I only have one. No, I have great nephews now. So anyway, this is has been a fun sew. I just started sewing this yesterday. I'm going to be finishing this up today. I hope to put it on the long arm to quilt, or I might even just use my domestic machine and do some free motion quilting, because this is such an easy size to finish on your own domestic. So I might try some of that today later. We'll see how far I go. But for now, I'm going to be laying out my heart blocks in the centers. I think that I've decided that I'm going to do like green, blue, green, and then, alternate on all of these, and then add all of these relevant fabrics on each of these blocks to finish out the overall design. Because remember, just like on the mini size, we're going to be taking the same fabrics from our O's and extending them into the next blocks for these snowballed blocks right here. It comes together so quickly. I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on this pattern that will be available in my shop starting tomorrow. So again, if you go down to the link in my profile here or into the description of this video, then you can sign up for my newsletter and get a discount code for this pattern that's going to be releasing tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions, send me an email or comment below, and I will catch you tomorrow in the newsletter. Bye for now.